fresh claims from Snowden that Britain's eavesdropping centre, GCHQ, is running the biggest operation, tapping fibre optic cables that carry the world's telephone and internet traffic.
As Prime Minister, I'm standing here and saying very clearly that if we don't do anything, our ability to solve serious crimes will be radically reduced, and our ability to prevent terrorist acts will be radically reduced.
Ultimately, Britain's government communications headquarters was not only spying extensively on its own citizens, but was actually being funded in a huge part by Washington, D.C. to do so.
The events that have transpired over the recent days have proven, indisputably, that the governments of the United States and the United Kingdom are trying with all effort possible to monitor the internet.
GCHQ insists they're scrupulous in complying with the law.
In just the past 5 years alone, the amount of data gathered both from the internet and mobile traffic by the intelligence agency has now increased by more than 70 times.
That the government listening to half the country is not what was bargained for when statutes were enacted in the days and weeks after 9/11.
It's reported hundreds of millions of emails are being sifted and stored for up to 30 days, recordings of our phone calls and entries on our Facebook pages.
The US government has paid at least £100 million to the UK spy agency over the past 3 years. Now, in return for this money, they've got access to and influence over Britain's intelligence gathering programs.
It's alleged 39 billion separate pieces of information were collected on just one day.
The UK's GCHQ pumped huge amounts of money into efforts to gather personal data from mobile phones and applications, saying that it wanted to exploit any phone, anywhere, any time.
What we are witnessing is the hand of a government and corporate greed extending over the internet.
Has already said they're operating within the law and that any snooping on UK citizens needs ministerial approval first. We've no idea how often that's granted.
The Guardian's seen other documents that reveal that GCHQ is actively pouring money into spying on personal mobile phones and applications.
I believe that as technology develops, we will have over time to do more to make sure that we don't give paedophiles, terrorists and criminals another way of communicating that we can't in extremis intercept.
They may be kidding themselves that because the internet is international and because information is crossing borders and coming back again, that they can suggest that this is international snooping and not domestic snooping.
Some staff that work for GCHQ have expressed concern about the morality and about the ethics behind what it is they do.
When government is threatened with the loss of power or control, they will use any means required to ensure that the view of the public supports them instead of the evidence which has come to light.
The UK's biggest fear is that the US becomes dissatisfied with the work that GCHQ is doing and as a result will invest less money into the UK spy agency.
My own very strong view is that we need to ask ourselves this simple question. Do we want as a country to leave a means of communication for paedophiles, terrorists and other serious criminals to communicate with each other that in extremis we cannot intercept?